build a great wall. The wall just got 10 feet higher.
Maybe someday they're going to call it the Trump wall.
The border between the United States and Mexico stretches nearly 2,000 miles. Nearly 700 miles of it is already covered with some form of border wall or steel fencing. But Donald Trump wants more.
On day one, we will begin working on an impenetrable, physical, tall, powerful, beautiful southern border wall.
Well, of course it can be done.
Professor Michael Deere is an expert in city and regional planning and the author of the book Why Walls Don't Work.
A large concrete structure, which might be 25 feet high, which should be very intensive in terms of resources and money.
In fact, CNN has surveyed a number of civil engineers, architects, and academics about what may be most feasible. The wall would most likely need to be made of precast cement wall panels, 25 feet tall, 10 feet wide, 8 inches thick, requiring 339 million cubic feet of concrete. The panels would be held together by 5 billion pounds of reinforced steel, with an estimated cost of at least $10.5 billion and possibly much more. Trump supporters say they can't wait to see the beginning of the border wall construction.
That wall will get built, and Mexico's going to pay for that wall.
I think he'll try to build a wall, and I think he'll try to secure our borders.
If people want to come into the country, they should do it legally.
But in Mexico, the idea of a wall is often shrugged off as a bump in the road north. Jose Torres Hernandez says he's illegally crossed into the U.S. many times to find work picking fruits and vegetables. He says a wall might make crossing over a little harder, but immigrants like him would always find a way to find work to feed their families. And Armando Flores Gutierrez says he's crossed the border 25 times, starting when he was just 16, to work farm fields all over the U.S. He says keeping people like him out of the country will only hurt the U.S.
He says
if he tries to remove all of the Mexicans in the United States, Donald Trump will realize what a huge mistake that is and how much the U.S. economy depends on Mexican immigrants.